State Route 56 is a major thoroughfare connecting the employment hubs of Sorrento Valley and University City with bedroom communities like Carmel Valley and Rancho Penasquitos. Traffic is pretty light most of the day, but during rush hour it gets congested. That's why the city of San Diego wants to pay for 2.2 miles of new carpool lanes.
It is commonly misunderstood with the difference between general purpose lanes and managed lanes. So
Phil Traum is a program manager in the city's Sustainability and Mobility Department. He says the new lanes will encourage carpooling, and for that reason, they're good for the city's climate goals of cutting back on car dependence.
The research is not on their side with that claim.
Amy Lee is a PhD candidate at UC Davis. She says decades of research and data collection have made it crystal clear. Expanding freeways puts more cars on the road. Congestion might ease up for a few years, but those faster speeds entice more drivers onto the freeway, and congestion quickly returns. A study from UC Berkeley last year found this phenomenon, called induced demand, is just as true for carpool lanes as it is for general purpose lanes. That's because the new lanes fill up with people who are already carpooling.
We call that filtering. You and your carpool move over into the new carpool lane. That spot is backfilled, and we all kind of know the rest from there. New traffic and new trips are made.
So I had to ask city staffers, what impact will the new carpool lanes have on traffic? Phil Traum had to pause before answering. Will they see less congestion once those new lanes are added?
hard to say.
So just how much more driving will the new lanes induce? UC Davis researchers developed an online calculator to answer those questions. Put in the data for the SR 56 widening, and boom, 12.8 million miles of new vehicle travel per year. Remember, the city says it wants to reduce driving, and by 2035, it'll be legally required to offset all the emissions from the cars and trucks that are still on the road.
And with that, we'll take the vote. So Vice Chair LaCava.
I vote yes.
On October 12th, a city council committee voted unanimously to advance the widening project to the full city council. It'll cost the city $22.5 million, and city staffers suggested any cost overruns would be absorbed by the state transportation department. Here's Councilmember Joe LaCava.
And is the 22.5, is that the total cost of the project, or is Caltrans kicking in some money on this?
Caltrans is also contributing. The city's contribution is capped at the 22.5.
Okay. I like the word capped. That's always a good thing.
But this is not necessarily true. The state would oversee construction, but they told KPBS the state will not be contributing any money. And during high inflation, the risk of cost overruns is very real.
We do have contingency built into the $22 million to cover some increase. If it went above and beyond that, we would go back to the city and ask the city if they were willing to contribute more. If they were unable to contribute more, we would reduce the scope of the project.
Is this going to relieve congestion by 17 seconds? Is it going to be 2 minutes?
Karina Contreras is a policy advocate for the nonprofit Climate Action Campaign. She says the city is not being honest with the public about what these new HOV lanes will actually do for traffic or the environment.
Because I think when we start asking those questions and we don't get answers to them, it really is telling about how we're deciding to use this money, this public money.
The full city council could vote on the widening of SR 56 as soon as November 1st. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.